Yo, what's up? Continuing the budget tutorial series here for slide 2, I want to quickly go over today the proper way to do the actual melon part in leading Rajan. Now, at the start here, things are going to look a little different if you don't do the leading Rajan cutscene skip, because when you do the cutscene skip, this sly icon like loads in or fades into the screen, and while the sly icon is on screen, you actually can't shoot sleep darts for some reason. So when I do this cutscene skip, you have to run a little bit as Bentley first. Now this is something that if you did not do the cutscene skip, you could shoot immediately. But generally, the most common pattern you're going to see is there's going to be one guard kind of down to the right here by the watermelon, and Rajan's going to be here on the left. Typically a shot kind of around where I'm mousing here will gather this guard's attention as well as Rajan, and then you can shoot your second shot as you're running kind of a bit farther to the right here, because Rajan has a greater hearing distance than the guards. Typically you can bait this guard to come down here, and then he won't hear the second shot, so you can split Rajan and this guard here. You're not always going to get this guard spawn here. Sometimes he'll spawn like further over here and you won't see him until you get close. In that case, typically maybe kind of shoot generally a bit more to the left, and we can talk about what kind of to do there. But you see kind of left of the pillar with the first shot, goat runs over, second shot goes to the right, goat doesn't hear it, and as he's entering the cutscene you can run off the bridge and kind of drop down here nicely. Typically from here he's going to eat the watermelon, fall asleep. We're just going to basically sprint at him, grab it. Now, if you did have the situation where you weren't able to split the guards and this guard would still be close in the area, you're going to want to tap R1 lightly to get away. You don't want to sprint. If you do get caught after taking the blueprint, there is like a lure strat. You could probably see a good example on Oggys tutorial where you kind of run this way and bring Rajan down to the next melon. But for this, we want to try to avoid to get caught. So step forward, get ourselves the blueprint here. Because we lured that guard over to the side, we can just sprint back, no problems. Going to drop down here. Now, in 3 shots, we want to get Rajan from this area to the next watermelon. It doesn't precisely have to be 3, but generally, we're waiting for Rajan to begin moving. When Rajan is waking up from his slumber, he will not hear your shots until he has begun walking again. So generally, just kind of a timing that I've got a feeling for is that come here, wait. As soon as you see the kind of green line begin to move, you can shoot one shot here into kind of this upper wall here. Second shot, this one is potentially debatable to be a bit further back this way. This shot works in this example because I waited long enough that Rajan had run close enough that he heard this. But generally, you could be safe with taking this second shot a bit farther back to this area, making sure that he hears the second one, because sometimes if you shoot this shot too far out, Rajan won't hear it and he'll just go investigate this shot still, which isn't a major time loss, but something you want to try to avoid for sure. So once you've got that second shot down and you think he's coming for it, I actually do this in 4 for some reason. It doesn't matter at all, but that shot over there really isn't important. Basically, when Rajan is heading towards this previous shot that we made, I'm pretty sure that you could do this in 3. Maybe you have to do this in 4. I'm pretty sure that one shot was completely unnecessary. But one shot generally just kind of on the watermelon to grab him over. Now, fun fact, I actually didn't do this in the comm gold, but look at my any percent PB nowadays and you can see that I don't, generally as long as you're standing like with the watermelon between you and Rajan, he will not detect you. He will go straight into the watermelon. So typically I would just stand a bit closer kind of behind the watermelon. I thought I did that in this example, so apologies for that. But it doesn't really matter what you do for this part. It's pretty minor time loss. But for the final thing here, we do need to make it to the 3rd watermelon, which includes a new skip, a new optimization that was found by Hekksu. So generally you can see there's a flashlight guard in our way. If that flashlight guard is there, you're going to need to take some precautions, but one thing you can try to do to despawn him is that immediately upon getting the watermelon, I am looking hard left like multiple times. I'm like kind of messing up my like pathing to the thing, but it doesn't matter anyways because Rajan is going to have to catch up. But I'm trying to look left to spawn guards. I don't even know if I was successful to spawn one, but even if you just try to spawn guards, sometimes it will despawn the one that was already there. But as Rajan begins walking one shot kind of in the lower section of this like tiny little hill here, you can see Rajan's onto it, and we did manage to get rid of that flashlight guard. Otherwise you would see like the sneak effect kind of up by Bentley's thing. And generally, to just explain what would happen if you couldn't get rid of that flashlight guard, is that you would shoot here, and then you would quickly sleep dart the flashlight guard, and then continue on like normal. But okay, so we had that one shot, he ran, and then we shoot the door with our second shot. I'm tapping L3 and then looking for the green line to make sure that he heard it. You can shoot it too early, and he won't come running for it. But from there, final shot generally into this corner of the roof. I shot it a bit low and to the left. You kind of want to generally aim a bit more up here, but it doesn't matter too much. And now for the grand finale here, the optimization is that whenever Rajan is entering like his whenever he's entering the cutscene where he picks up the watermelon, if you are in the bomb holding animation and you're mashing circle, you can skip somehow the animation of him falling asleep and just go straight to the blueprint steal, which only saves time to do on the third watermelon, because basically if you did this on the second or the first watermelon, you would steal the blueprint and then Rajan would fall asleep. But on the third one, you steal the blueprint, the game sees that you have 3 blueprints, and then it automatically plays the end job cutscene instead of then later showing the cutscene of Rajan falling asleep. So generally for this part, it's a bit spooky, but I like to stand kind of around this tiny crack. Maybe you could be a bit farther down and right towards my mouse here, but you can see as Rajan is getting closer to the watermelon, I'm pulling out a bomb. Most people probably just hold triangle, which works, but I feel very comfortable with the timing of it. I've practiced it quite a bit. So I just press triangle and then I mash circle, and that will go straight to Bentley stealing the blueprint here, which I can't remember how much time it saves. It's somewhere around like 5 to 10 seconds, I think. But go straight to the end of the job, and that's it. Hope this guide helped you guys out. If there's anything else you want me to cover in the future, just let me know.